Have you guys been explicit so far about wanting to win a championship this year? And
yeah, I mean, absolutely.
What does success then look like? I mean,
a championship. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Caitlin, we know the goal is always the championship, and you'd rather skip the personal glory talk. But let's be honest, somebody's got to toot your horn. So I'll do it for you after a rookie campaign that felt more like a Marvel origin story. 62 records, smashed, dragging a team from the bottom of the standings to the playoffs, and still managing to finish fourth in MVP voting. Caitlin Clark should have walked into 2025 as the clear MVP frontrunner, but the media, oh no, they clung to their comfort. Blanket Asia Wilson, same name, same narrative. And when it wasn't Asia, they'd pivot to excuses faster than Angel Ree on a missed layup.
But I will say a couple of things. Do I expect Asia Wilson to be Asia Wilson again this year? Yes. But I also know there is such a thing as voter fatigue. They don't like giving anybody MVP 3 times in a row. They barely like to do it 2 times in a row, let alone 3 times in a row. I just don't see it simply because of voter fatigue. Like it just is what it is. I also think that Caitlin was putting it together in such a way last year. They're only going to get better, and now they've got a full off season together. I could 100% see this happening. Caitlin Clark winning MVP.
But now the shift has arrived, and it's loud.
There we are right there. Caitlin Clark is officially the favorite to win the most valuable player.
FanDuel bet MGM, and yes, even ESPN, after months of shady behavior, now have Caitlin Clark leading the MVP race. Not tied, not trailing. Leading. This isn't Twitter hype, this is Vegas talking, this is money talking, this is we know what's coming energy. And it's being backed up with receipts. If you agree Caitlin will win MVP this year, comment CC MVP down below. Let's go.
We're not here to chase greatness. We're here to claim it. Our ambitions don't fit into headlines or highlight reels. So if you thought we arrived,
2 more for Boston.
Now you know. We're not here for the moment. We're here for the takeover.
Even the media types who spent all of 2024 rolling their eyes and pretending they didn't see the explosion happening in Indiana, yeah, they're slowly lining up now. Suddenly the tone's a little less smug and a lot more, wow, Caitlin might actually be her. The fans already knew, we've been screaming it for months. Caitlin Clark isn't just good, she's rewriting the rule book. So what's behind the sudden turnaround? Easy, everything, every sign, every stat, every offseason upgrade screamed MVP season incoming.
So let's start with our 2025 WNBA MVP, and that has to go to the one and only Caitlin Clark.
We're about to watch Caitlin go full supernova, and the league isn't even ready. But before we dive into this dominance, hit that like button if you think she's taking MVP and subscribe.
I truly think that this second year for Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season.
I truly think that this second year for Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire off-season to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season.
Like, she broke the record for assists. I don't think people really understand, like, how crazy that is to do as a rookie, your first year doing this.
Caitlin's rookie year wasn't just impressive, it was disrespectful to...
Take a look at this. These are the top 3 scorers in the WNBA since the women brought home gold in the Olympics a few weeks ago. 2 of the members are of the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell.
And the crown jewel, the all-time WNBA single-season assist record as a rookie. That's not just elite, that's absurd. And she pulled it off while being public enemy number 1, the most analyzed, criticized, and televised player in the league, dragging a rebuilding team toward legitimacy. Imagine breaking records while dodging elbows in media shade every week. Clip 8. Then came the Olympic break, and Caitlin turned it into a statement tour.
Here's the thing. Love Caitlin. Love how she's transcended the game. I'm not going to go away from that. But in the open, we said, what makes a top 5 player? Winning. The only strike against Caitlin Clark is that she has not won a national championship. And that is the only thing that you can put against her, because the way she has dominated the record books when she was at Iowa was something you cannot duplicate. She's a 3-time NCAA scoring leader and assist leader, a true point guard for the people, 3-time All-American, 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer. She broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina. Like, literally, there is nobody who has been such a front-facing name. It through a direct reflection of her skill set, but how can you be a top 5 player if you have not won a title?
It's a great point, which is why I agree with you.
Post-snub, she went ballistic 23 points per game, carrying Indiana like a backpack through the playoff push. And she didn't just elevate her game, she leveled up the entire roster all while under a microscope that would have crushed most players. Naturally, everyone with a working brain figured year 2 would be even scarier. But then some analysts got brave. Bleacher Report's WNBA expert nuked logic, Newcast. Duncan put Caitlin 5th in his 2025 rankings, 5th below Alyssa Thomas, who averaged a thrilling 10.6 points per game. Yep, that's who he thought was more MVP worthy.
And I told y'all this last year. Well, I didn't tell y'all this last year on air, but like, we saw when they took the pictures with Christy's size, like when she pulled up on them at All-Star game, her, Kelsey, and AB, and everybody just kind of like rolled their eyes and walked away like she was a groupie.
Yeah,
that told me everything I needed to know. So when I said like she's not it was based on 2 years of seeing things that just shouldn't have been happening in the first place.
The why? Because apparently ranking Caitlin higher just felt like too much the same. Tired. She hasn't won a ring. Yet arguments sound familiar. That's the exact logic ESPN used when they said she wasn't a top 5 college player of all time, even though she literally broke the all-time scoring record, carried the sport into the mainstream, and pulled more viewers than the men's championship game. But sure, not top 5.
Yo, we cannot be short on that pass. We can't be short on that pass. One advantage that we have is that we're long as right? So now we got to use our length. So don't make yourself small.
It's been the same story, people just refusing to give Caitlin her flowers, until now the very same ESPN that once left her off the GOAT list now has her ahead of A'ja Wilson and Nafisa.
Good job! Great rotation. Good! Good! Right? So you gotta listen. You don't go until she says go. Yeah, she could stay. Yep, as soon as she says go, that's when you're going.
The whispers were getting louder last season, Caitlin, and the Fever were succeeding despite Christie's sides. Nobody said it out loud. But the awkward silences said plenty. Caitlin herself hinted at it early, mentioning the lack of sideline feedback, the chemistry office, the body language. Frustrated fans weren't subtle, either watching close games slip away thanks to sloppy rotations and disorganized sets. So Indiana made the smartest move they could. Enter Stephanie White, 2023 Coach of the Year and certified basketball. From day one, Fever fans knew this was a glow-up. And now even the doubters are realizing it. Stephanie brings order, she brings purpose, and she brings plays that actually make sense.
Oh my God, Sophie's a dog. She just is, she's a competitor. She's versatile, so she allows us to do different things. Like, she plays with such a toughness. She's huge, and she's going to be for us all season long. But what she brings from an energy standpoint, she raises the level of play of everybody around her as soon as she steps foot on the floor. Hell, even on the sideline. I mean, her communication, everything. She's definitely an X factor.
White's presence will win games, but more importantly, it'll maximize Caitlin. Cleaner offense, smarter subs, movement, purpose, and Caitlin feeding teammates who are actually in the right spot to score. Hello, assist, explosion, efficiency. Goes up, turnovers go down, wins, stack up. And suddenly the MVP narrative isn't a debate, it's a formality. And Caitlyn, you can tell she's vibing.
I guess to that point, how does this kind of compare to what you are used to?
Oh man, yeah, totally different atmosphere. The support here has been just phenomenal. I really can't go anywhere. I've been here like a week and a half, and everywhere I go, it's just like, we're excited for the season. You know, thank you for being here. So it's been really, really refreshing, and I'm just happy to be here.
They went all in. Indiana's front office basically watched the Avengers and said, yeah, let's do that. Natasha Howard and Sydney Coulson, proven winners, championship DNA players who know the grind and don't crumble when the lights get too bright. Then they added Brianna Turner, a walking defensive anchor, and Sophie Cunningham, a certified menace, the kind of player who's chirping in your ear while draining threes in your face. Every good team needs one, and Indiana got a gym. Clip 16. And the vibe queen herself, Dana Bonner. Let's just say Dana's already become the emotional GPS of the team. Players speak about her with reverence. She's not just respected, she's trusted, a two-time champ. She brings the steady hand this rocket ship needs. Whether it's calming nerves or tightening focus, she's the steady heartbeat behind the flash.